at that point just lost, and they were like, we could try IVF. And it was like, well, I just don't think that that's what I need. I need help, and I don't know how to get it. I was trying to piece together things on my own. You just through online sources, which was not ultimately successful. It was very confusing because anybody that knows me, yes, describe me as, oh, this picture of health, so on and so forth. But ultimately, what I was, the typical type A, grinding, not fueling myself right. Yes, I was thin. Everybody sees that as health. I was starting to look into functional medicine and functional fertility while still working with my OB. During that time, probably after the fifth miscarriage, I had a meeting with a different functional fertility specialist. And they advertised like a 95+% success rate. It probably took 4 months for me to even have the first appointment, and then another 4 months before I got all the lab testing back that they wanted to have done. What could I be doing right now while I'm waiting to talk to you? Do you have any recommendations of things that I could be doing in these 4 months before I get all the tests back? And it was really discouraging because it was just like, nope, no, I thought I was getting this one-on-one help. It was like, oh, no. That was just for us to analyze things. And yes, we see that you have things wrong, but you have to commit to 6 months at $2,000 plus a month. I felt discouraged. I felt disheartened. It was just like, that was not what I read the fine print to be. I did not understand that was what was going to be happening. I thought you were someone that wanted to help people, and this just doesn't feel very generous in that way. But then luckily so that was, towards the end of the year, and then your January cohort was starting like within the next few weeks. It was just a quick turnaround from feeling really discouraged to then just feeling like supported and like I had a plan in place, and people to help me through it like on day one. So that was awesome. Try to piece things together for free, and ultimately I didn't know what I was doing. And getting the direct support, was worth every penny, and I'm in better health because of it. The group cohort is such an accessible form as well, an accessible form where a lot of people are able to get specific help from you and Carrie, and it was just like I felt supported automatically. And I even feel better now than I did pre-pregnancy, like my postpartum. I think I really attribute to how good I feel postpartum because I continued to implement the things that I learned in the cohort. I now know I wasn't taking care of myself in the way that I needed to. I did gain confidence in that, and I think I've also helped my husband gain better understanding too of just how we need to treat ourselves to actually be healthy, not just be the look of healthy. It's also really reassuring knowing that I'm helping that I helped my daughter and help my, hopefully, later kids to have a healthier life as well. Maybe it doesn't happen in 8 weeks, but I think, again, if you do those supportive things and you continue that journey, I do believe that ultimately, you'll achieve that end goal. But again, it's worth every penny. And I spent a lot of time not wanting to spend money to get that help, and I couldn't do it on my own. Again, what you're doing, it makes access to functional support, really accessible and doable. And so I think it's just, I really appreciate what you're doing for everybody.